Hello, bonjour, buongiorno, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien? Bueno. Hello everyone, welcome to Documented Bits, episode 55, I believe. I heard a weird noise. Yeah, we're back at it. If you didn't watch listen to last week's episode, my mouth is really saliva-y today. You know what? I'm sort of not even in the right headspace to do an episode today. However, I have a very busy week, and today is really the only day I could do the podcast. Or well, right now is like the only time where I've got a bit of time. Or let me try this again. This is the first time this week I have had a bit of time to do this. And even at that, I don't really have time because I've been trying to navigate the gov.uk website for the past fucking 4 hours. And yeah, that's been a shit show. I've been basically the student loan company sent me a letter a while ago saying that they need an update on my employment status, and basically I'm self-employed. Well, technically self-employed at the minute, so I need a UTR number, which is a unique taxpayer reference number, which I do not have, and so basically that means I can see how how much I'm making, and if I'm making enough, then I have to repay my student loans. I'm not making enough at the minute, but they need my UTR number, and the only way I think to do this is to register for self-assessment on the gov.uk website, which I tried to do, but then that said that I need to be a business, which I am not. I am self-employed working for somebody else, uh, or working on behalf of somebody else, and I am not a business, therefore I cannot apply or register for self-assessment. So then I registered as not self-employed because it said once you do that, you will receive your UTR number, and I have not. And I spent 4 hours today trying to get onto the fucking web chat. Trying to get onto the fucking web chat on the gov.uk website to try and talk to someone and see how the fuck I get my UTR number. And alas, I have not been able to do that. Because basically it brings you onto this web chat page and then it says all their advisors are busy. And then it says just fucking keep looking at the page or refreshing the page until the link pops up to talk to or speak to an advisor. And I've done that. I clicked the link 4 times and then it says put in your name and your question. Did that 4 times. Every time I did that, it says, sorry, no advisors are available at the moment, or all our advisors are busy at the moment. Please fucking fuck off and die and try again later. And that's what I did every time. And the thing closes at 8. It's now 6:25. I can't be fucked with it anymore. I've been trying to fucking work it for like 4 hours. I even tweeted at fucking HMRC No reply, I don't think. Haven't checked in a hot second. Um, Let me see. On my profile, tweets and replies. Yeah, nope. Still heard nothing. So yeah, that's been my day. I've also been working today for the thing that I need my UTR for. And yeah, that has been my day. And I'll leave. Well, I'll not leave you with this because I'm here to stay, baby. We're only 5 minutes in. I'll say this: if the actual government, the government, is run in a similar or the same way as that fucking gov.uk website, the government website, we are all fucked. Which brings me on to my next bit of good news. Our lockdown has been extended until the 5th of March. It was originally until sometime. Oh, God. It was originally to be done sometime in February, I believe. I mean, we're fucking going past Valentine's Day, so happy enough with that. And yeah, now it's been extended to the 5th of March, which I'm not too happy about. But on the bright side, it's only 2 more lockdowns until Christmas. So you take the good, you take the bad, you put them together, and then you have the facts of life. Jesus. Jesus Navas. There is something specific I want to talk to all you about today. First of all, do you like my new t-shirt? How's it going all croaky there? There's something specific I want to talk to all y'all about today. Also, before I move on to what I actually want to talk about, big ups America and their the inauguration of Mr. Joe Biden. Bye bye Trump. Goodbye Orange Man. If you're from Northern Ireland, an Orange Man is a different thing. But we'll not go into it. Woo! Somebody buzzed. It's Ben McKeown asking me if I want to go meet up with him. And I unfortunately will not be tonight because I'm doing this podcast and then I'm watching the Liverpool match right after this. But yes. Oh, big ups to America and Joe Biden and bye bye Trump. That's all I want to say on that. And we're moving on now to what I actually wanted to talk about, which is something that's potentially very cool and also potentially freaky and also potentially the end of the arts and the trades. What I mean by trades, I mean plumbers, mechanics, electricians, builders, builders, things like that. Tradesmen or tradespeople. And the thing that I want to talk about is the Internet of Touch. Touching the internet. I don't know if you saw. No, you just didn't even see the hand gesture that I did. YouTube.com/documentedbits for that. When I made a note about this, I wonder if it's got anything else. No, I just wrote touch internet. Internet of Touch. And I'll tell you where I sort of came across this. I was watching a TV show called The Last Leg. Hold on, let me put my phone back in my pocket. I was watching a TV show called Last Leg. It is a British TV show hosted by, I think his name's Adam Hill and Josh Whittaker and Alex Brooker are, I don't know if you call them hosts, but they're like their mainstay of the show. They're on it every week, as is Adam Hill, who is like the host. And in this particular episode, they had a few guests on. I can't tell you any of their names. But then towards the end, they had a guest on called. I really should have done research on this. It was Doctor. Let me look it up. It was Doctor something. Anyway, she was talking about the Internet of Touch, and basically she was. I can't remember what she was actually a doctor of, but she was talking about all these things that could happen in the future. And let me just look this up. The last leg, Internet of Touch. Nope. Dr. Hannah Fry. Dr. Hannah Fry was her name. I keep on going to put my phone on the desk and it's going to buzz and it's going to annoy everyone. So Dr. Hannah Fry was on the last leg and she was talking about all these things that are going to happen in the future. She's not predicting the future. She's a mathematician, I believe. And she's using statistics and probability and all that bollocks to, sort of predict the future. And she sort of like researches all these things that are like up and coming and the things that are coming next and ideas for the future and all that. Like she was able to predict the shit that Trump was gonna do. Like fucking, well, I guess we all probably could have predicted what Trump was gonna do, but she predicted it like, or her and her colleagues predicted it like way before. But yes, I think it was Josh Whittaker then asked Hannah Fry, Dr. Hannah Fry, don't like that noise. Hopefully the sock on the mic. Oh no, the camera, it's gone. We're back. One. Clap for sync. What was I saying? Oh, I was making a noise. And I was saying hopefully the sock on the microphone sort of took the harshness out of that. Yeah, Josh Whittaker then asked her, I think, like, what can we expect in the future? Any cool, like, technologies around? And she started talking about this thing called the Internet of Touch. Now, basically, without me looking it up or anything as of yet, I'm going to do that, obviously, to back up what I'm saying. But without having done much research, I sort of looked into it. Basically, the Internet of Touch is going to be used to, I don't know, it's sort of like you can feel the texture and curvature, and you can feel things through the internet. So, I mean, right, hold on. I did have a fucking website open. This is just making me look fucking stupid. I'll just read this article. Researchers at University of try this for a third time. Researchers at the University at Buffalo, I should say of Buffalo, New York, announced last week that they have developed a system that lets one person experience the sense of touch felt by another. They said they could transmit the sensation across the internet. You just know, I mean, that right off the top. You're thinking porn. You could fucking wank someone off over the internet. Get Actually, you wouldn't get stinky fingers, but you would get the sensation of stinky fingers. In about 5 years, people may use the system to feel the force and pressure Tiger Woods experiences every time he wallops a golf ball. It could be used in e-commerce, enabling buyers to feel fabrics before they buy, or students could feel the precise pressure applied by brain surgeons as they remove tumours. They could potentially palpate the tumour or any other organ themselves. Now, this is the part that's cool. The fact that it could be used to help nursing students and medical students and basically healthcare students. It could help, or it could really help bring on the next generation of doctors and nurses and fucking surgeons and whatever. And that's really, really cool. And that's the part of the Internet of Touch that I like. However, I'll read on. What's more, the sensory data can be saved, allowing one sensation to be accessed indefinitely. So in 30 years' time, golfers could still train with Tiger Woods in his prime. Still pretty cool, okay? The technology has obvious applications in distance learning, remote diagnostics, virtual reality, and entertainment. Now, I'm going to stop myself right there. This technology has obvious applications in distance learning. So far, so good. Remote diagnostics. Again, still pretty good. Virtual reality. Freaky, but cool. And entertainment. Entertainment, number 4, is the one I have a bit of a problem with. Okay, so he's talking a load of shit. Talking a load of shit. Where's the good part? Okay. Let me read on. Consumers are familiar with low and end haptic applications like joysticks and game controllers that jolt and vibrate in time with on-screen action. The team use a commercial haptic device called Phantom. Don't know what that is. It works by they're going to tell us. It works by using a robot arm to trace in 3-dimensional space the shape and general texture of a computer model. Say a 3D image of Homer Simpson. The device enables a user to sense the contour and stiffness or elasticity of an object. Okay. This part right here leads me to believe that this is going to be like this thing's going to take us a step closer to being in a Ready Player One type society where this is where it gets freaky and cool. So we all watched Ready Player One and we could all say that future looks pretty cool. But at the same time, it's sort of like, in fact, I'm not even going to say it's a disconnect from reality. It's a shift from one reality to another, a real life reality to a virtual reality. Obviously the real life reality. Oh, I just shook my whole room there, I think. No, I didn't. Someone else did. Real life reality is me sitting here right now in front of this camera, in front of this microphone. This is my voice, unless I edit it through virtual reality. And this is my face, again, if I edit it, or if I don't edit it. and this is me. You can see what I look like, how I sound. However, in a virtual reality world, as I'm aware you all know, you can create an avatar yourself, which is basically what Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all these social medias are. It is a virtual reality platform where people can change identity and say whatever the fuck they want, but it's not really them, it's the internet. Just today, I put up a post on Facebook saying that the British government are a bunch of clowns, basically. And I probably wouldn't fucking go into the centre of town and shout that out, that the British government are a bunch of cunts. But then somebody else commented underneath, basically talking shit at me, saying things that they wouldn't say to me in real life. So there we go. Real reality, that person doesn't say that. Virtual reality, that person does say that and is acting the cunt. So we're starting to get into why this could be problematic. And let me read on and see if there's anything else. I think I've said everything I wanted to say about that. I don't know what half of this means, by the way. Oh yes, this is what the woman, I fucking forgot her name again. Hannah something. Dr. Hannah Fry. She was talking about this on the last leg. The data glove. Fucking hell. Oh, I'm not talking good today. I'm running out of breath whenever I speak. Mostly because I'm trying not to breathe too heavily into this mic. Let's see here. So, in the Quesavadas experiment, one subject would feel an object with a data glove created at UB. Don't know what that is. What was the name of the university? University of Buffalo. That's what that is. And I've lost my place. How cool is that? Okay, found it again. One subject would feel an object with a data glove created at University of Buffalo. Data was then sent to the Phantom device. And another user could then attempt to trace the object and experience what the sender was feeling. No. Whoever wrote this, it's that the sender was feeling. Unfortunately, however, the team envisages gloves providing the sensory feedback. Ultimately, however, the team envisages gloves providing the sensory feedback. Okay. So that's setting up what my big gripe about this is. And I did say something about this earlier. Okay, yeah. The Eurohaptics conference to be held July 6th to 9th is a case in point. I don't know if that's already happening or not. So submitted work ranges from psychology to mechanical engineering and mathematical modelling, and includes more esoteric pieces considering computer haptics and expressive disciplines such as painting and sculpting. There it is. Okay. So, basically, what this Dr. Hannah Fry, remembered her name this time. Hold on. What Dr. Hannah Fry was basically saying is that, you could use this data glove. You could download, say, like you're driving on the road and your tire fucking blows up or something, and you need to put a new tire on the car. You get this data glove, you download how to fucking change a wheel on a car, and then you just do it. The glove just does it. And then she also gave the example of, I think it is Mozart. You can just fucking download Mozart's fucking 69th Symphony in this glove, and your hand would just start fucking playing it on a piano. And that is where, I don't know why I said it like that. That is where this data glove thing is gonna get a bit freaky. The camera's died. Hey, and we're back. That's where this is gonna get a bit freaky. What do I mean by this? Well, first of all, the trays could just fucking die out. Because if you can just download into this data glove, I'm assuming you'd have two for both hands. It would turn tradesmen into basically just a middleman, telling you what is wrong with your thing. Whether it be a car, a toilet, a sink, an electrical board, whatever, your lights, circuit boards, circuit breakers, things. Because basically you can download the information into your fucking gloves, and then you can just do it. So what will happen to the trades is, I have a friend, he's been on the podcast, Joel Ray, who's a mechanic. It would completely fuck his trade, because basically, I have a problem with my car at the minute. I think the fan, fan, is fucked in the car, and I basically asked Joel if he could have a look at it, and then say I have these gloves, I would just say, "Hey Joel, can you have a look at my car, see what's wrong with it?" He'd tell me what's wrong with it, and then I'll just fucking fix it with my magic hands. And then that is it. You know what I'm saying? So what will either happen is the trades will just completely die out, because they'll probably think or fucking find VR, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do as well to diagnose what's wrong with the fucking car or whatever, and then you can just do it free of charge. Or or option number 2, they'll start charging for the information, which is probably the more likely route. Or number 3, tradesmen such as mechanics just become middlemen, and the price for a consultation or whatever, the diagnosis of the problem, will rise, because at the minute I think there is a cost to bring your car to the garage, and there's a cost for them finding out what the problem is, and then there's a cost for fucking parts, and there's a cost for labor and all that. However, now it'll just be diagnosis of the car and potentially parts. So that'll mean those prices are jacked up. But then you could just go and buy parts yourself, or fucking, if they develop VR or something. My second point is, moving away from the trades, is the arts. The thing that makes the arts so special is that only a certain amount of people are very good at it. You've got people like Mozart. Coming to my mind, Tame Impala. And lots of actors like Leo DiCaprio. Filmmakers such as... why have they all gone out of my head now? Edgar Wright. I genuinely can't think of any fucking directors. Well, Quentin Tarantino, although he's a bit of a plagiarist. Yeah, So people like that. People in the arts. The reason the arts are so special, entertainment is so good. I'm watching The Office. Well, I'm not watching it right now. It's paused right now. If we had magic fucking VR and gloves that just told us how to do all this, then the arts wouldn't be special anymore. It would bring about the death of the arts, and yeah, everything would just be the same. It sort of it dilutes it if everyone's at the same fucking level. Like, yes, I mean, there's still the fucking genius that computers can't, or they probably will be able to do. But I mean, songwriters, they'll probably not go out of business because songwriting is one of those things. It just fucking happens in your brain. It's a creativity thing. Same with writing scripts, and yeah, I mean, it's not gonna. I think I was a wee bit. What's the word? Preemptive, um, superlative. Whenever I said that the Internet of Touch would kill the arts, I don't think it will kill the arts. It'll just make the arts a bit more shite. Um, Same as sports. I mean, sports would be really shit. I mean, take the Premier League for example. At the minute, I mean, you got top to bottom. Bottom teams are shite. Top teams are class. Whereas this season, it's a bit more all over the place. And now, just think of the Barclays, or not. Whoa, it's not the Barclays Premier League anymore. I think it's just called the Premier League now. Picture the Premier League where every team is at the same level of skill, same level of athleticism, same level. Alright? I don't know why I counted same level as one of the things. The only thing that will separate the good footballers from the great footballers is their football brain. And even at that, if you got there'll probably be a technology in the future where you can just download all the shit into your brain. So then everyone will literally be on a fucking level playing field. And everybody could just do whatever they wanted. Although not really. Because it would be a distorted version of what they want. Unless you go on the VAR. VAR. Oh. There's a fucking future technology nobody wants. Unless you could just go into VR and you can build your world as, say, like, you could go back to Premier League in 2009 or 2010 or whatever, or like early 2000s, and then inject yourself into that era of football where, not everybody's the same level, obviously. And yeah, that's, wow. Gone off on a big tangent about that. But yeah, I mean, just think about that. That's the thing that worries me about this. It could potentially be really cool, really helpful, or it could end up ruining society. Let's see. Touch is not the only sense available across the internet. Smell too. That can be dangerous. Knob cheese. Smell too can be transmitted with a device that uses a potpourri of chemicals to produce a variety of odors. One can imagine that taste might be transmitted too. Again, that's going to be used for porn. One can imagine taste might be transmitted too, given that the human sense of taste comes down to 5 types of receptors that record bitter, sweet, sour, salty, and umami, a Japanese word meaning deliciousness. But touch is one of the most important sensations for growth and learning. While babies without hearing or sight grow and thrive, Babies born with a rare condition that disables their sense of touch rarely survive. Touch can sense surface irregularities that are invisible to the eye, and it is a vital sense in early learning, providing input long before a baby can interpret sight and sound. But transmitting the experience of touch felt by another person is one process that thus far remained elusive. Let's see, does this say anything more freaky? I mean, there's also the thing where it could help blind people as well. No, it couldn't. I'm being fucking stupid. Yeah. We've been running a telemedicine program here, and the biggest problem we find is that physicians here can't palpate the patient. It's a major problem for accurate diagnosis in telemedicine we've encountered, so I started looking into how we might do that. So they're going to do something with medicine as well, it seems. Wow. Okay, yeah. So that's basically the article. It's wired.com. Let me find the author of the article. Dati O'Hanluyan. Oh, it's an Irish name that I don't know. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so that's a very truncated, erotic, incompetently read and transmitted version of the internet touch. Camera is still going. Okay. So that was it. That was Internet of Touch. Wow, I'm very. What's the word? I mean, this is a prime example of it. I'm very all over the place today. Wow. No, I can check my Snapchats later. What the fuck are you doing, Bellend? We're gonna go on to r/am I the asshole and perhaps read some r/am I the assholes. I saved some like last week. I haven't been on here for quite a while. So on my top one, let's go for the top one. This person, user Hot Boysenberry 1392. Camera. Oh, I can't tell. Okay, we're back. So user Hot hyphen Boysenberry 1392 has this title for their r/am I the asshole. Would I be the asshole for naming my son Brian? Okay, initial reactions after the title. No. Okay, on with the reading. Oh god, this is a long one. Okay. User Hot Boysenberry 1392 says, my father, who I was extremely close with, passed away nearly 10 years ago. My heart goes out to you, Boysenberry. Oh shit, this was 7 days ago. Whoops. Yeah, that's shit. That's very shit. He goes on to say, he single-handedly raised me and was literally my best friend until the day he passed. Again, that's not nice. I'm regretting reading this now. Even though 10 years have passed, I still miss him every day. After a few months of dating my boyfriend, brackets, who we will call Kyle, okay, we had our first discussion about kids, and I told him that a deal breaker for me was to name my son after my father. I told him a deal breaker to me for me was to name my son after my father. Does that mean you will not name your son after your father, or you want to? Um. Anyway, they go on to say, I didn't want the middle name. I wanted it to be his first name, so he wanted his dad or her. I mean, they don't say what gender they are, so they wanted to name the son after their father. Um, Kyle said that was a beautiful sentiment, and he fully supported it. I told him if we ever had kids, he has free reign to name the girl whatever he wanted. Well, I'm now pregnant with my second child with Kyle. Our first one was a girl, and much to our first discussion, I let him name her whatever he wanted. That's dangerous. In his family, none of them have middle names, so we decided to stick with that with our girl. However, we just found out that I was expecting a boy. He is super excited until I started ordering stuff with the baby's name on it. He asked me why I was ordering stuff with the name Brian, and I said it was obviously because that is what we were naming him. We had that conversation over 100 times at this point, so it's not like he just randomly forgot. He said that he thought I was kidding and that we shouldn't name our son Brian. Oh no, Kyle. I said he got to name our daughter, and I never once complained about the name, so I don't know what he's going on about. What he's going on about now. He said he always wanted a Kyle Jr. or Kyle the Oh, Kyle, buddy, you're not helping yourself. Kyle Jr. or Kyle the second or something like that, and I said that's great, but you promised that we can name our son after my father. Oh, Kyle. Boysenberry, why are you with this, Kyle? He seems like a bellend. Well, he called his family, and they're all calling me complaining about the name. They don't care about my dead father's name, and they want something that will match my daughter, more modern, or a junior. Junior or the second isn't a more modern name. That's why you're not. Oh no, it's dating. Wait, are they married now? I don't know. Why are you with this family? Get out, quick. They said Brian is a really bad name for kids today, and he will be bullied. Not true. I disagree. Correct? And if he was, he is still named after the most special person I've ever met. Good for you, Boysenberry. I have no family left on my side. The last person was my father. No grandparents, no parents, no siblings, cousins, etc. All I have to carry on my family is his name. I'm willing to budge in the spelling if I have to, capitalize have to, but they just want the name completely gone. A middle name is not even a discussion anymore because they don't want to break tradition on their side. I understand it's not a popular name, however, I feel like this is something that is so precious to me I will not budge. Diagnosis: you're not the asshole. The family and Kyle are the fucking assholes. I'm sorry, what? I know plenty of Brians, and none of them were bullied as boys. And yeah, if you want to name your son Brian, by all means. First of all, as you said, Kyle got the name the daughter. So realistically, you should get the name the boy. Second of all, Kyle's family have no say. Absolutely no say. This is your child with Kyle. Kyle is an immature cunt for going to his family and saying she's being a dickhead or what, I don't know what he said. She's being a dickhead and wanting to name our son Brian. Go talk to her and tell her this is not how we do it. The family are also cunts, because as I said before, they have no say because it's not their child. And they're being very fucking inconsiderate of your feelings towards your father and the fact that you have no family left. And this is something that's special to you and close to your heart. And yeah, that's not on at all. So now I'm going to read the top comment and see if they agree. Okay. So, top comment is from a user called Hot Audience 6110. Everybody's hot in this. Hot boysenberry, hot audience. Hot Audience 6110 says, not the asshole. Your husband's family shouldn't have any input on your child's name unless you asked for it. One of my points, it's between you and your husband. Given that he agreed to this during your relationship and you respected his wishes with naming your daughter, he is really out of line. I meant to say that and I didn't. Point number 2. More so because he tattled to his family about a disagreement that should have stayed between the two of you. My point number 3. Name your son after your father exactly the way you wanted to. Your husband is a huge asshole. Point number 4. Husband's a cunt. Get rid of him. And then they say, also, Brian is a perfect name. How does anyone make fun of that? I'm getting far too close to the mic. I just saw it peeking there. Yeah. I mean, Brian, there's lots of famous Brians as well out there. And they're all pretty cool. Brian Baumgartner from The Office. Bryan Cranston. Other Brians. Brian from Family Guy. So yeah. Boysenberry then fucking replied to that saying, I also think Brian is a perfect name. Thank you. Yeah, and then I don't think they say anything else. Maybe. Yeah. So there we have it. Boyfriend and family are assholes. User Boysenberry fucking 1969 or whatever. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I think I'm going to wrap it up here because we're 47 minutes in and I can't be fucked talking anymore. So, thank you for watching or listening, if you watched or listened. And, yeah. I'm going to do plugs now. We're documented bits on everything. I mean, the socials are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I think. Twitter and Facebook aren't really used, so follow the Instagram if you want to get updates on things we're doing and updates on when episodes are coming out. They should be coming out on Saturdays around 1 o'clock. However, if there's any changes, if anything freaky happens during a week and it can't be out on a Saturday, then you'll know if you follow the Instagram. Yeah, in terms of if you're listening to this and you want to watch it, it's youtube.com/documentedbits. And if you're watching this and you want to listen, we're fucking everywhere. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Castbox, CF Network, everything, basically. Fucking hell. And if you want to follow me on any social medias, I'm at the Old Beardo on Instagram. It's old, not old. AULD _ the _AULD _ Beardo. It's beard with no on the end. If you want to follow my film/photography page on Instagram, it's at Moon Productions with 2 zeros instead of O's in Moon. And there's a wee underscore between Moon and Productions. Putting out some funky stuff on that, some animation stuff. And a thing I've worked on for Jake McRae. Shout out to you one time for his new single that he's putting out, Room is Spinning. I'm not going to link it or anything because there is no link yet. I'll maybe link it in the future. And yeah, if you want to follow Josh, my co-host, my beautiful boy co-host, he's not here today because he's a busy boy. Fucking hell. He is at Real Joshy T on Instagram and at that Josh Thomas on Twitter. I don't know if he uses his Twitter, but follow him on Instagram at Real Joshy T. You can find him in our the Documented Bits followers and following thing on Instagram. And yeah, I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what it was. So goodbye, adios, au revoir, see you later, goodbye, farewell, adios, aloha, catch you on the flippity flip.